Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. I just wanted to give you few updates on what is going on in the Congress. I also want to talk about what we can expect in the January 2021 visa bulletin and some of the questions that the viewers have asked on my community section of the channel. So if you're interested in this topic, please watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration need, you should hire a competent immigration attorney. Now, it was expected that Congress would make a decision on the Omnibus Bill, which is a spending bill, as well as the coronavirus bill that was introduced on the floor last week. The deadline for it was Friday the 18th. They extended the deadline by 2 more days, and then the reason we are talking about it is because we expect that the HR 1044 bill may also be included in the text of this omnibus bill. Now please note that we don't have 100% confirmation that the HR 1044 text is included in any of these bills. But because there has been such a push by the Congress and the Senate in the last couple of days, we do expect that this text may be included in one of these omnibus bills. But as I said, we don't have a confirmation yet. Now, as per the latest news, the Congress, both the upper house and the lower house, are expected to make a decision or come to a consensus and vote by the end of day today. In fact, the government is going to run out of money to keep running at midnight tonight. So they have to make some decision and they have to pass these bills. Now I'm constantly refreshing the screen on my computer to check the news on Congress. So far they haven't released the text on the bill, so we don't have any confirmation if the HR 1044 is included in the bill or not. But we do hope that it will be. So I'll keep you posted. I'll make another video either tonight or tomorrow morning if the bill was included and whether it was passed or not. So a lot of people have high hopes on this bill, but unfortunately we don't have a confirmation as of now. So stay tuned to my channel and I will make a subsequent video on it. Regarding these two bills, the spending bill and the coronavirus bill, they are expected to be passed. It is said that a lot of lawmakers have come to a consensus and those bills may be passed by end of day today. And the president is also likely to sign both of them. Now it's only to be seen if HR 1044 is part of it. If it is, then it has a high likelihood of getting passed. But we'll wait and see what happens. Now to be realistic, note that there is a lot of opposition to these bills, but there is other side of the equation where there is an opposition to this bill. So don't celebrate just yet because things are yet to be confirmed, and as soon as they are confirmed, we will know about it. Now let's look at some visa bulletin prediction. As far as I know, the visa bulletin has not come in yet. There was a situation in the past because when I posted a video regarding the delay in visa bulletin, and by the time I posted the video, the visa bulletin came out. I hope that's not the case, but starting tomorrow, any day, the January visa bulletin may be published. Now let's look at what could happen. For EB1 India, it is inching towards getting current. So last month we saw that the date of filing chart for EB1 for India was November 1st, 2020. And then the final action date for the last month was April 1st, 2019. I expect that it might advance by a few months again this month because EB1 applications are moving forward quite a bit. So what that means is they are seeing lesser number of applicants compared to the number of visa availables. So EB1, I see that it will become current in dates of filing chart and it may progress by a couple of months in final action date. So a lot of people will be happy about EB1 progression in January 2020. Now EB2 is going to be a different story. In the last few months we have seen that since October, a lot of people have not received their receipt notices, and this trend is still continuing to happen. There are a lot of people who have contacted me saying that they still haven't received their receipt notices or notice for their biometrics even though they have applied in October, which is 2 months back. Because receipt notices typically come within 8 to 10 days. That has been a trend for many number of years. But since last couple of months, we have seen that the receipt numbers or receipt notices are taking up to 2 months. So don't be disappointed if you still haven't received it. You will receive it shortly. Now, coming back to EB2, I still expect that because of the delay in getting these receipt numbers out, they still don't know how many applicants have come in. So the final action date may not progress by leaps and bounds. It will progress by few weeks, but don't expect any miracles in EB2 final action date for India category. As for the dates of filing chart for EB2 India, I expect the dates to remain the same. Now let's talk about EB3. EB3 dates for filing chart was retrogressed by 1 full year last year. I wouldn't be surprised it retrogresses by another year or at least by few months in the January 2021 visa bulletin. This is because we already know that there is a large section of applicants who are downgrading their petitions from EB2 to EB3, which is essentially filing a new EB3 petition, which is adding to the number of the applicants that are filing in EB3 category as compared to EB2 category. So I wouldn't be surprised if the filing date chart for EB3 India goes back even further. So it may go into the 2013 territory or it may stay at the current 2014 timeline. My expectation is the final action date will progress by just 2 or 3 weeks for EB3 India. So that is just my speculation based on the trend that we have seen and based on the fact that many people have still not received their receipt notices, because that means that USCIS has still not tallied the numbers of the applicants that have already been made in the month of October and November. So that is just my speculation. Don't take this information to make any decisions on your filing of I-485. If your date is current now, please apply for your I-485, which is adjustment of status now. Don't wait until January. Now the important question, what chart will USCIS allow to use in January of 2021? Now this is just my speculation based on the historical information and based on what is happening right now. My speculation is for the family-based migration visa categories, they will continue to use dates of filing chart. For EB1 category, in employment-based category for EB1, they will allow to use filing date chart because they are okay with the number of applicants they are getting based on the availability of the visa for EB1. For EB2, it is going to be a toss-up. It is a 50-50 chance that they will continue to allow the filing date chart for EB2 India category. There is a 50% chance that they may go back to final action date chart. For EB3 India, it is very likely that they will stop using the filing date chart and ask people to use final action date chart for their 485 application. So this is just my guess, pure guess based on what has happened in 2019 and 2018 and so on, and the number of applicants that we are seeing in EB3 category this year. That is just my speculation. So I reiterate that if your date is current today, make every attempt to file your adjustment of status today or this month by the end of December, because come January 1st, the January 2021 visa bulletin is going to take effect and nobody can tell you for certain if the priority date will remain current or not. So if it is current now, file it before December 31st. Now let's look at some of the questions that I have received either by email or in the community section of my channel. So there is one question that says, if my past employer has filed my 140 which was approved, can they revoke it? And if they revoke it, is it going to impact my future green card processing? That is one of the questions. Here's the deal. If you have an approved I-140 and if it was not revoked by an employer within 180 days, it remains with you forever. You will have the priority date mentioned on that approved I-140 petition for use anytime in the future for your green card application. Work with a lawyer for your specific case so that they can tell you the best path for future. Now, I also want to emphasize that expect delays in processing of any of your applications, may it be H1B extensions, transfers, amendments, or L1 extensions. Unless you file in the premium processing, there is going to be a delay in a lot of applications. Also, your I-485 application may take longer than normal processing time. If your date was current, it used to be processed within a year. Now expect to see multiple year processing time for your adjustment of status application. This is because the receipt numbers itself are taking more than double. Biometric appointment is getting delayed. Also, your final interview could be delayed because of the sheer volume of applications that are in the pipeline. Some lawyers are saying that the biometric appointment for some of the applicants is being waived. And that is true. I don't know this for a fact. Remember, it will only be true if they already have your biometrics information from your past application. So if you have been through an application with the USCIS that required you to provide your biometrics, such as EAD application, then you may be waived for a next biometric appointment. They may be able to use the same information from your past biometric application to process your application. But don't expect any miracles to happen. I heard the same thing about the green card interviews. Some of the applicants are getting their green card without having a final interview. My advice is that don't take anything for granted. Miracles only happen to others and you may still be hit with an interview. Now there are a lot of questions about receipt notices for the applicants who have made their applications in October. Some of them have still not received it, but I know for a fact that a lot of people have received them after 30 days. You should also see your biometric appointments, unless they are waived, to be coming into the mail in the next couple of weeks. Now the other question is, what is the prediction for family-based immigration visas? So the family-based immigration dates in the visa bulletin had not changed in the last 2 months, and I expect to see the same continuing trend for January as well. Now remember, the new administration is very pro-family immigration, so expect to see a lot of changes that will happen in the family-based immigration category starting February onwards. So there may be a good news coming down the corner for family-based migration category of visa, but for January I think the things will be more of the same. So those were all the questions that I wanted to answer. Hope you got some information out of this video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I quickly checked my computer to see if there was any update from the Congress bills that were passed. Still there is no news or update regarding HR 1044, whether it was included in the omnibus bill or not. So as soon as I get any more information, I will make my next video on it, so stay tuned and I will see you in the next one.